Hey everyone, so in today's video, I am going to be sharing with you all a little bit of a haul. I bought a bunch of I think it's all affordable makeup. Quite a bit is on my face today, so I will share with you guys natural light demos of what I'm wearing on my face. But I do have a bunch of different items that I want to test for upcoming videos. I do have some first impressions of a few of these items. It's quite a lot. By the way, this is just, at this point, this is just a prop because I took all the stuff out. But you know, that's what you do in a haul video, right? You're like, whoa, whoa. All right. Let's first talk about a product that I'm a little bit on the fence about. I'm not wearing this one. It's the Revolution IRL Filter Foundation. It's a long wear foundation, breathable, soft, matte, and you know, it's supposed to give you a really airbrushed finish. I have worn this a couple of times, more so in passing, not really like a full wear test. And it just looks a bit heavy on my skin. It does filter very well, but as far as first impressions go, not a huge fan of that one right now. However, this is not affordable, so just disclaimer there. I'm wearing the Westman Atelier Vital Stick Foundation stick today in the shade 3 because I am self-tanned. This looks beautiful on the skin. I wasn't expecting this to be as beautiful as it is looking. It just gives you such a true skin-like finish. It blends beautifully. It softens the look of any pores and fine lines, but it still looks like skin, and it was so easy to work with. I am very, very excited about this. First impressions are splendid with this. Not so much with that one. Another product that I tried out for the second time today is the Catrice True Skin Concealer. Now, a couple of you guys wanted me to try this out because you said that Kelly Gooch had mentioned that it is a dupe for the Kosas Revealer Concealer, which you guys know is my holy grail. So is it a duplicate product? I would say no. Is it similar though? I would say it actually is pretty similar as far as a concealer goes. I personally am impressed with this one. Quite hydrating, and honestly, I do notice the hollows under my eyes more with this concealer. If you don't have significant hollows the way that I do, I definitely think that this one is super similar. It might be worth looking into, especially if you want to save a little bit of money. However, if you do have those deep set eyes, I still think that the Kosas is better for that. Now, a product that I cannot get enough of. I am very excited to keep trying it out. It is the Revolution Ultra Cream Bronzer. This is essentially a balm bronzer. Ooh, dang. Immediately stuck the finger right into the pan. Now the bronzer is under my nail. This is really, really beautiful, quite pigmented. You'll see in the demo, I am wearing it on my skin today, and I wore the shade Light. It is a lot of pigment. The color though is really pretty. Very, very neutral. It's not super warm on the skin, which I really like. It's dewy, but it's not too overly dewy, and I like that there's a lot of pigment, so you don't need to use a lot. Sometimes with a fresher finish as far as cream bronzers go, if they're a little bit less pigmented, you are sitting there trying to build it up, and then it's kind of adding dew without a lot of pigment. So I like that this one is quite pigmented. It blends super, super easily as well. So all good things to say about this one so far. By the way, I have tried so many balm bronzers. As far as like a potted bronzer, the way that this is like a potted bronzer, or the Charlotte Tilbury, or the Chanel, the one by Makeup by Mario, is there somehow a way I can do a review for you guys on these? It seems like some people are kind of interested in it and other people aren't. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you really want to see that video, I want to hear you down in the comments. Next, speaking of upcoming videos, I do have a best and worst affordable cream eyeshadow video in the works. It'll actually be the second time that I have done that video. The first time I did it, it literally took a year to put together that video, and it's still one of the videos that I'm like the most proud of on my channel. So I thought it would finally be time to do another video. So I bought a bunch of shadows. I still have a bunch over there that I'm still testing for that video. But let's just kind of dive into some of the ones that you guys will be seeing a review on. First, we have from Revolution the Shadow Bombs. Now, when they released these, I immediately knew that I wanted to try them out. Liquid cream shadows are often formulas that can be very difficult to do, so I wanted to get a hold of these and let you know if it is one of those really beautiful blendable formulas. I will say right off the bat, Dream Bronze is really pretty. I'm very, very happy with it. I haven't given enough of a try to Rose Gold, and I will say the shades are a little bit weird to me. They just don't seem very timely or on trend necessarily, and they don't seem very classic either. So yeah, but these are obviously two shades that are very wearable all year round. So I'm excited to keep trying these out for you guys. The eyeshadow that I'm wearing today is from e.l.f. So I have the No Budge Cream Shadow here, and it is the shade Plateau. Yeah. These are certainly no budge, for sure. I also have a bunch of the shades, you guys. Like, I picked up a bunch. I love a matte shadow when it comes to cream formulas, and a lot of brands do not come out with them, or they do, but it's just not a good formula. So I was really holding out a ton of hope on these. First impressions are good. They do take a little bit more time to blend, as you can see in the demo, but they do last really well. I am holding out a lot of hope for these. I gotta tell you, you guys, e.l.f. is quickly becoming one of my favorite affordable brands out there. You know, they are always on top of it. They come out with a lot of products, but the quality follows them. It's not just a bunch of launches that aren't well thought out as far as the formula goes. So I'm very, very excited to keep testing these out for you guys. I've also said a lot of good things about the No Budge shadow sticks from e.l.f. They come in a variety of formulas. They have like satins, some slightly more matte shades, some sparkly shades, but this is finally the No Budge matte shadow stick from e.l.f. I love that they are just deciding to really zero in on the cream shadow market because they are obviously affordable, and a lot of affordable brands do not like to come out with cream shadows. So I have two different shades. I got this really pretty kind of navy shade and their taupe shade. If there are any of the other shades that you really want me to see that you think I missed, just let me know. I don't think I've tried these yet. I think I maybe put on the taupe once, but not enough to get even a first impression really. So I'm excited to try those out for the upcoming video. I will also be talking about in my upcoming video the LA Girl Sun-Kissed Glow eyeshadow sticks. First impressions on these are not good. But I'm holding out hope. I love the shade selection. The whole idea, like LA Girl launched a bunch of products. I also picked up their matte bronzer in the Sunset Glow collection, and I loved that it was two tones. The formula is really silky. It smells like coconut, which I love. But yeah, so far, the first impressions on these were not great, and the bronzer was a little bit, you know, I haven't tried it out enough to make a call on it. So we will see how that goes. I'm not going to give up hope yet. Oh, I picked up one of the other shades. I was so excited about this shade, the shade Cactus. I mean, I just love the deserty kind of Palm Springs vibe of the whole collection, but yeah, we'll just have to see if it actually performs. I don't know what came over me when I decided to get an energy drink at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't know. I don't know. Next, I picked up the Honest Beauty Concealer, the Fresh Flex Concealer. Already, again, first impressions on this one is not awesome. I can tell, like I've said before, when I like a concealer by the first use, especially because of those hollows under my eyes. Again, the Catrice concealer, it doesn't super cover the hollows, but it doesn't exaggerate them, so that immediately, like, it goes to the next phase. You know what I mean? Of testing. This first try made the hollows under my eyes very exaggerated. So again, this does not go into that next stage of testing because it just did not deliver on something that I think is very key with like the entirety of my makeup look. So that is unfortunate, but I did pick up a couple shades of the new eye catcher lid tints from Honest Beauty. I will talk about these in the upcoming best and worst cream eyeshadow video, best and worst affordable cream eyeshadow video. The shades are very pretty. I have this more like taupey, slightly purpley shade, and then a nice, really gorgeous antique bronze. So I'm very excited about the shades, excited to give them a go. I really love Honest Beauty. I love their cream blushes. I think they're some of the best of the best, really. Speaking of interesting formulas, I picked up the Hard Candy Selfie Blush. It's kind of like a blush oil. It goes onto the skin and then it turns and then it changes with your pH to give you a really pretty pink flush. It's very similar to another one that I can't think of the name. What's the name? Youthforia BYO blush, the color changing blush oil. This is very similar to that, except it's more affordable. I haven't tried that one though, so I can't tell you guys like for sure. I was afraid that this was going to mess up the makeup under it, but I wore it for the first time today and it didn't, but it did give me a really pretty glowy blush look. It is like a blush oil though, so if you're not into that, you know, I don't think this would be a good product, but I actually really like it, and I imagine for a no makeup look, it would be really pretty. So I am excited to keep trying this out. It looks really nice right now. I really like it. I also picked up a couple of products from Pacifica. So they came out with the Sun Dreams Cream Bronzer as well as their Fluffy Blush. I don't know how I'm feeling about these. They're looking a little thick on my skin when I do put them on. So we're just gonna have to see. I don't like when cream products look heavy on my skin. The same kind of thing happened with the blush. The formulas are very similar, so that wouldn't surprise me that I dislike both or end up liking both. We'll see. It's definitely going to be a product that I have to keep trying. Now I have already given one of these shades a go. These are the Lottie London Color Cloud Longwear Matte Liquid Shadows. I have already tried out the shade Minty Fresh over on my Instagram and TikTok. I will leave both my Instagram and TikTok down below. I am on there when I'm not on YouTube in case you guys do want to follow me, but I did do a whole look with this. I was so excited when I saw these release because I am, again, a really huge fan of a matte cream shadow, especially one that is apparently crease proof and long wearing. So, you know, having this as a base for a look, you know, I get really excited because a lot of those products tend to be more expensive for a good formula. So I have a bunch of the shades. I think this is actually all of the shades. I'm excited to keep using them. But first impressions are very good. So definitely make sure that you're subscribed for that upcoming best and worst affordable cream shadow video. I know I keep plugging away at that video, but I am really excited about it. Realized I didn't really think this was possible, but I think I like pastels on me. I always thought that it would have like washed me out, but I feel like they look kind of good. I don't know what that means. No, I have no idea what that means, but it is kind of like a nice surprise. Yes, so I do have all 6 of the Lottie London shades. Next, I have the Shadow Block from Maybelline. I picked this up because I thought it would be fun to do a video, like another Splurge or Save video, and compare this to some of the Kaja boxes, bento boxes. This doesn't have as much of a satisfying click as those do. I mean, it's fine. I'm excited to see if we do have a more affordable option over at the drugstore for you guys. So on my lips today, I have the Fresh Kiss Glossy Lip Stain from ColourPop, and this is the shade Cherry. In the tube and when it applies, it looks a different color than the stain that is left behind. So just keep that in mind. I wouldn't call this a cherry color. However, it is a color that I love. This is a little bit of a thicker lip stain. It's very nourishing, but I do find I have to be kind of careful with it. I have to get used to the application, so I kind of just went in with more of a blotted lip stain kind of look today. So I'm not wearing it, you know, glossy, but I will tell you right now that this color right here is perfect for summer, especially with a tan. Like I'm just liking the combo, you know what I mean? Very, very pretty. Is that everything? Is it? It feels like I have some other stuff. Before I get to the last item, Trader Joe's dark chocolate covered raisins are so good. You guys, maybe I'm getting older, but this is like the perfect amount of sweetness for me. I also really love chocolate dates. If you have not tried splitting open a date, taking out the pit, putting peanut butter inside, closing it, and then putting chocolate over it, putting it in the freezer, oh my gosh. And you can top it with some peanuts. You could do like almond butter if you want. You guys, it is so, so good. I like that even more than these chocolate covered raisins, but I've been keeping them in here in the office, the beauty room, for better or for worse. It's probably for worse. But anyway, actually I have two more items I wanted to quickly mention. The LA Girl Tinted Foundation that I picked up. I have worn this once. It's the shade Ivory. It looked very skin-like when I wore it. That is definitely a good thing. I'm not gonna be able to try this out for a while though, because I got my, hopefully like my typical shade rather than my self-tan shade. I anticipate to be self-tan for the next couple of weeks, so it might take me a while to get back to you guys on this one. And I also picked up the Honest Beauty Deep Hydration Face Cream. The reason I did is that you guys know I am on the hunt for a dupe for the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base, or an alternative, you know what I mean? Well, this texture is very similar, and it goes on the skin really nice, but unfortunately it does have lavender in it. So much so that I applied it and I could just feel the lavender, so that's usually a bad sign for me, and I can't say I recommend it, and I'm probably not gonna try it again just because of the lavender oil. However, Honest Beauty, you can make this fragrance free. And you know what? I do think that fragrance in skincare is kind of villainized. A very small amount with most people is gonna be fine. I prefer fragrance free, yes. But just why so much? If you're gonna put it in there, you don't need a lot. I don't know. I was so sad when I pumped this out and smelt it. So yeah, that is the haul for you all. I hope that you enjoyed it. Just a quick little first impressions. A lot of videos to come very soon, so make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, if you aren't already. You guys so much for being here, and I will see you all in my next one.